Hey guys, welcome back to another vlog. I'm gonna start to vlog. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Maybe a week, maybe shorter, maybe longer. Depends on if I'm actually gonna do it. So it's Sunday afternoon, and I'm just sitting here. I just pulled up outside of the salon. I'm gonna go get a pedicure. I'm not feeling good. I wasn't feeling good this weekend. I have a really bad headache today, and I think it's probably because I neglected to drink my coffee for the last couple days, and that always does it to me. So I went and grabbed my coffee. Whenever I drink coffee on a daily basis, I always drink it like I always get a large 2 cream, no sugar. That's like my go-to everyday cup of coffee. And this is from Tim Hortons. I don't know. It's not the greatest coffee in the world, but it does the trick. And there's always a Tim Hortons. So like it's always the most convenient and the fastest and the easiest to grab. So that's usually what I do. So that's what I did. And I don't want to bring it in when it's still like totally full and piping hot, because I'm always worried. I'm always like so clumsy when I get into like when you get into those spa chairs, and I'm just worried. I'm like, I don't want this spilling everywhere, but I'll take it in when I've got like half left or whatever. I don't like getting my pedicures here at this place, but they're the only place that's open on a Sunday, and I totally need a fill as well, but I need to go see my regular lady for that. So I'm going to probably do that either tomorrow or the next day once I'm back at work. Anyway, what did I do this weekend? I didn't do anything this weekend. I stayed home. My plan was to maybe head out yesterday, and maybe like film it inside the dressing room or do something like that. But I ended up not. I kind of got into the hole. I was just like, I should take this off. I was like, I don't know. I was just feeling lazy. So I ended up watching a whole bunch of documentaries. Sometimes I get into like this kick and I just like go like marathon style and like watch a bunch of random stuff, and I get super into it. And and if I look different to you today, so today I'm just like totally, I'm like wearing leggings, a black tank top, my jean jacket, and flip-flops. And my son was like, because I washed my hair today and then it was all wet and everything, and my son's like, well, why don't you just like borrow one of my hats? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do that. And actually I don't hate it. I'm kind of digging the casual kind of athleisure style I've got going on today. Yeah. And before I went on my vacation in the summer, I bought my first pair of Vans, and I totally should have worn them with this outfit, but then I was like, well, I'm going to get a pedicure. You can't wear, so I just threw my flip-flops on, because you can't wear any kind of closed-toe sneakers unless you want to sit and let your toes dry for like an hour, which I definitely don't want to do. Yeah, this place is kind of like, it's not my favorite place to go, but it's the only place open on Sundays. I think I mentioned that already. Yeah, so after this, I think I'm going to run to the drugstore for a few things, and I'll probably stop by and see my mom, and see what's going on over there. And yeah, I dropped my son off at the gym, so I think he's going to be there for a while, and he'll just find his own way home. I need to do some laundry, and there's just so much stuff I have to do. And a lot of the times, tell me if this happens to anyone else. Do you guys ever like wait until like you've got this plan of like everything you want to do on the weekend, and then you end up waiting until like Sunday night to get all your shit done? It's very stressful. Like it actually like brings me more anxiety, but I can't help it. That's just like my nature. Like I'm very much a procrastinator. And yeah, so let's go. I'm gonna go in there and get my feet done, and then see what else I end up with. just left my mom's, and then I pulled into the drugstore and I picked up a few things. I have to bring her a few things, so I have to actually head back there. I'm just gonna put this back on, if you are curious. This is one of the Revlon Ultra HD matte lip colors, but it's a metallic matte, so it doesn't ever really look like a matte or feel like a matte, but I really like it. And that's what I was wearing today, but it kind of wore off. And I'm the kind of person, like, I have to have my lipstick. Like, I gotta have my... Can you guys see me? It's so hard for me to figure out how to mount this thing so I can still drive. And right now I'm actually even trying to plug it in, which is probably not a good idea while I try to drive. But I also don't want that cord in my way. My battery is at like 13%, something like that. Okay, so I was at my mom's. I stopped in there real quick. She's having some company tonight, so I had to pick her up a bottle of wine and some little snacks, whatever, because she didn't have anything at home. And now before I drop that off though, I'm gonna go get my son. So let me just pull out of here. Okay, so I guess now is as good a time as any to kind of, I've been going back and forth about whether or not I wanted to talk about this on my channel, or even, well, I mean, I wanted to, but it's a difficult thing for me to talk about. So if you've been following me for a while, you probably have noticed that for the past 3 months or so, I really haven't been putting out much content. Very few videos, and that's because at the beginning of August, August 3rd to be exact, my father passed away. And I mentioned it in I vlogged my whole vacation with my brother and the kids and everything. I took that vacation. We actually left on that road trip 3 days after the funeral. It had been planned before my dad passed away. And so I mentioned it in that vlog, but I realized a little while ago that I wasn't going to post that vlog. And so thanks for letting me in. So I figured I wanted to talk about it again. I didn't really go into too much detail, and I don't know where to start. It went really, really fast. So my dad was diagnosed with liver cancer probably not even 2 months before he passed away. We knew something wasn't really quite right, and he knew something wasn't really quite right for a while before that, but he never actually got the diagnosis until about a couple months before he passed away, and actually got the diagnosis right, I guess, a week before Father's Day. So yeah, that would have been just about 2 months before he died. And so at first when he was diagnosed, they gave him a year. Well, no, at first it was the finding out he had cancer. Then about a week later, he got the news that he had about a year left. And then about 3 weeks later, after more tests and different things, I'm not going to get into the whole everything that went on, but then about 3 weeks after that, he was told it was probably going to look like more like 5 months. And 3 weeks later, he was dead. So it's been unbelievably difficult. And I mean, you don't even have to really say that. Like, it doesn't really make sense to say it's been hard, it's been difficult, because yeah, that goes without saying, obviously. And I don't know, this whole year has now turned into, I mean, I think I'm doing okay. So we went away on vacation for 2 weeks on our road trip, which I needed. I think we all kind of needed that to just to kind of grieve and to kind of figure out, you know, I don't know, like we're just, I still sometimes think I'm in shock. I still think I'm in shock because it was so fucking fast, you know, like, and I don't know, you know, how well I'm actually coping with it or dealing with it because I've never been through anything like this before. So I don't know what, you know, what is, you know, someone who's coping well or dealing well. Like, I don't know what that looks like. You know, I feel sometimes like I'm falling apart. Sometimes I just get into this state where I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to, you know, and then other times I'm feeling really good and I'm like, you know, no, like I'm going to be okay. And it's, you know, so I think that's probably very common. I think that is probably a very normal reaction, but it's just really hard. Like, I wish I knew, you know, what the next, you know, 5 months, 6 months is going to look like, or, you know, how things are going to go and what's going to happen. Like, or how things are going to look a year from now or whatever. But it just is like a day at a time kind of thing. And so we'll kind of see what happens. And I guess I'll have to figure it out as I go along. But that's why my videos were very sporadic in the past little while. And I'm hoping that I can kind of get back into a little bit more of a routine, because I do really enjoy it. And especially, you know, the videos that I did put out during, you know, the time that, you know, we already knew he was sick and things were a really stressful time. It was therapeutic for me to you know, to, I don't know, like, to record, right? Because I felt like, you know, it gave me something to do, right? And gave me something to focus on and get my mind off of that was, you know, unrelated to just this like incredible like sadness and feeling of like impending doom, which is kind of what a diagnosis like that feels like, because you know it's coming, but you don't know when, and you don't know what's going to happen and how it's going to affect the individual. And, you know, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But I wanted to let you guys know I wanted to at least put it out there and explain. You know I don't get incredibly personal on my channel. I don't know if that's even something that I really want to do, but I do think that that some things I think are okay to talk about and okay to share. It wasn't something that I could have done immediately afterward, but I think now, at least putting it out there and letting you guys know, you know, if anyone else is struggling with something similar, I don't know what to tell you. I want to say it gets easier. I think I think eventually it does. I think, you know, every day things get a little easier and a little bit, you know, a little better. I don't know. But it's not something that happens immediately, and I think you have to allow yourself that time to be sad. I think it's okay to be sad. You know, sometimes that's all I want to do is I just want to be home and I want to be sad and I don't want to talk to anybody. And, you know, and that's okay. And other times I I want the company and I want to be around people and I want to do something to, you know, to feel better. But you don't always have to be on your game. And if it means, you know, slowing down with certain things and certain aspects of your life and taking some time to yourself, then that's okay too. So anyway, I probably turned this into 10 minutes when it wasn't going to be 10 minutes, but yeah. Anyway, I'm here. I'm picking up my son. I got to give him a call and let him know that I'm here to come get him. And then we will go home and I will attempt that laundry. I will attempt that cleaning up that I've been procrastinating. And I will get it done. Anyway, okay, talk to you guys in a bit. Hey, you guys. Okay, so I'm home and I figured I would do like just a quick little haul of the stuff that I picked up. I'm having a glass of wine right now. This is a really nice, inexpensive box that I usually buy. It's the Lindemans Shiraz. And yeah, it's a 3 liter and it like runs like what, 31 bucks or something? It's like dirt cheap. But it's a good red wine. I feel like red wine. Anyway, let's get the boring stuff out of the way. I figured I'd haul the stuff that I picked up at the drugstore for you, and I might do a couple swatches because I did get some like makeup products and stuff. So maybe I'll show them to you as well. But let's just get the boring stuff out of the way. Dish soap, because I was running out. So yeah. And of course, these disinfecting wipes, which I love to keep these things around. So easy cleanup all the time. Okay, so next I got some Crest 3D White toothpaste. I'm not like crazy particular about my toothpaste. I just like the stuff that actually like really like foams up when you're brushing your teeth, as opposed to just like getting like runny and whatever. This is like TMI right now. Let's whatever. But Crest is always good, so yeah. Okay, so I got another one of these like shower puffs, loofahs, whatever you call them. I usually buy a new one every couple weeks because they're really cheap, and yeah, and I like to have fresh ones all the time. So another one of these. I always buy them in white too, just because I find it just goes with everything a little bit better. And then I ran out of my Got2b powder that I use, like root lifting powder that I use for my hair. So I picked up some more of this, and it was on sale, which was awesome. I think it was like, I don't know, $6.99 or something today. It's really good. And then just on a whim, I needed body wash, so I thought I would try this. It's the Calgon moisturizing body wash for silky skin, and this one smells really good. I think it's called, I don't know if it's actually telling me what scent it is, but I don't know, it's just really nice. And then to go with it, because it's getting to be fall now and I am dealing with drier skin again. Like in the summer, I don't really have to worry that much. Like my skin isn't overly dry, but in the winter and fall, it starts to get more dry. So I love using things like this. So this is a softening body oil, and it's a mist. And so instead of like putting lotion on whenever you get out of the shower, you can also just like while you're still in the shower, before you dry off, mist yourself with like a body oil and rub it in, and then like pat yourself dry. It really helps like moisture stay in your skin, at least I find, and I really like it. So this one I think is like the complimentary scent to, oh yeah, Vita. It's called Vita Pro. I spilled, but actually let me spray it. Ooh, it's nice. You see, and it's like a very, very like mild, just fresh scent, which I really like. So yeah, so I got these two, and I don't think they were on sale. Maybe they were on sale. I can't remember. So now let's get into the skin stuff and makeup stuff. So I picked up another one of these blending sponges. these Quo blending sponges, which I use. They're like a beauty blender basically, and they're pretty cheap at Shoppers Drug Mart, so I usually grab these instead of, I mean, I probably should just wash the ones I have and then not like repurchase them all the time, but that's a big pain in the ass. So I prefer to wash them. Shit, this is gonna die. Okay, let me delete some stuff and I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so the next thing that I got was the Nivea Nourishing Day Care for dry skin. It's the moisturizer I like to use. Now this, I've talked about this on my channel numerous times. I love this moisturizer, and this moisturizer is actually fairly inexpensive. This was only $8.99 and it's for 50 mLs. I mean, it's a pretty big size. I've showed you guys the container before, but I mean, that's what it looks like. And that's pretty good for a good, like, everyday moisturizer that I use before I do my makeup every morning. I really like it. It works really, really well for me, and for that price, I mean, you can't beat it. So yes. So I got another one of these because I was running out. And then this was kind of disappointing. I generally like to use the Dewy Finish setting spray by NYX, but they didn't have it, so I got the matte. Just because I needed another finishing spray, and I'm hoping that by the time this is done, I mean, whatever. I need the dewy finish more for the fall and winter anyway, because I get drier, but I'm not like super dry yet, so I figured for now it's fine. And I'll just use the matte finishing spray. Yeah, I didn't want to like go somewhere else. I was like, I was already there. I was already buying everything. I'm like, whatever. I'll just get this one for now. And then I decided to try this. It's called the Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. It's like a cream highlighter. So you basically just apply it wherever you want a little extra glow to your skin. And I just thought I would try it. I had never seen it before. Maybe they've carried it all this time and I've just never seen it. But I thought I would give it a try. So I'll probably swatch this right away and show you. Actually, maybe I'll do that right now. It takes like, oh, no, it's not going to be that bad. Sometimes it's so hard to get the plastic off these things. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Okay, so it's just like that. Okay, there's no cover on the little squeeze tube. Let's just try this out. So I put that much, and now I'm gonna just, maybe I'll put it on this hand. Maybe, no, I'll put it here. Okay. And so you basically, like, I guess the more you rub it in, can you guys see that? Ooh, yeah. I know the light in here is really not that great, but like when you first like swipe it, it's really, really intense. But then the more you rub it in, you probably get like a much more subtle glow depending on how much you rub it in. And then, yeah, that's like, whew, that's powerful. Maybe it's just the light in my kitchen right now, but I think it looks really good. So I'm gonna play with this tomorrow when I do my makeup tomorrow. I think you probably really have to kind of like work it in, and really in the, like, instead of using it as like an illuminator for your entire face, I would say just stick to the areas that you want to highlight, because it it dries down. So like right now it's like, it's totally dried down. So like now I can't really mess with it anymore. So you kind of like can even kind of see it from a little further away, a little bit. Hopefully I'll figure out my lighting and figure this stuff out in the future. But hopefully you guys can see. I don't know. I'll see what it's like. Maybe I'll do a get ready with me using this at some point soon and try it out. So yeah. The other thing that was like, okay, so I tried the L'Oreal Infallible paints recently, and I got the color Sultry Sangria, and I think I used that. It's like a really nice deep berry color. This one, is just the shade. Okay, it's just called Nude, but it's like a nice, it's just like a really nice kind of like nude shade, and it stays nice and glossy on the lips, which I really like. So I wanted to try another one of them, so I decided to pick this one up because, I don't know, it's just like a much more neutral shade that I think will look really nice with a lot of different like simple makeup looks, which is all I ever do. So yeah, so I decided to pick this one up. And then while I was like looking for these, I found this. So this is the Infallible Paints eyeshadow. So it's like a cream shadow. So I was like, I could probably get, because if you've watched any of my Get Ready With Me's in the past, you've noticed that probably that I like to apply using my finger a lot, and something like this I think would work really well because it's like a cream to powder kind of. So there's like, this one's called Brown Sugar. It's the shade 320 Brown Sugar, and there's like a light kind of taupe-ish, very, very neutral color here, and then like a deeper brown color. So it goes on kind of like a matte liquid lip, and then I think you just kind of like rub it in, and you could probably get like a really nice matte, like deep color with this. I don't know. I just wanted to try it and play with it and kind of see what kind of looks I can come up with. And this is like a really deep, like, like a really deep, like chocolate brown shade. Ooh, that one's kind of scary, but we'll see. And then when you like rub it in, you can probably see eventually it gets like, okay, that one's kind of drying down already, but you can still blend. So I wonder if I kind of like rub this one, I wonder how much I'll be able to smoke it out. Okay, like, you see, you could probably like really play with it and smoke it out. I think that would make like a really, really nice smoky eye. So I'm definitely going to be playing with these. They look really good, and like super, super hardcore pigmented because they are like a cream. Who knows? I've never used a cream, look at my fingers. I've never used a cream shadow before for my eyes, so I guess we'll see. We'll see how that works. But yeah, lots of cleanup needed afterward, I believe, once you apply. But yeah, so that's everything I got. All right, so I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm probably gonna do a couple loads of laundry tonight, and then I think I might watch a couple more documentaries. If any of you live in Canada and have ever watched The Fifth Estate, those are the documentaries that I'm kind of binging right now. You can actually watch them on the CBC website, which is great because you don't actually have to wait for the episodes to air. You can just watch them right on the CBC website. And I was binging a lot of those documentaries. Very interesting. If you're at all interested in current affairs, they did a really, really powerful piece on Black Lives Matter, especially the Toronto chapter, because it's a Canadian program, and so that was really, really good. We watched that one like yesterday. And then the other one that was really, really interesting was on asylum seekers that have been, especially as of late with the situation going on down south right now when it comes to immigration and the fear of deportation and everything. Canada has actually been dealing with a lot of asylum seekers that have been crossing the border illegally in order to make their refugee claims here in Canada. And that was also a very, very, very good episode that I watched. And then there were like some like murder mystery ones on certain like unsolved murders and things like that up here in Canada and things like that. I don't know, just I don't know, it just was totally up my alley this weekend. Yeah, so that's probably what I'll do after I'm done my laundry and cleaning up and stuff. I'm gonna tie this one on real quick before I go. Since I'm like staring into the viewfinder right now anyway, or into the screen, you probably won't even be able to see it that well. The lighting is horrific right here. But I love the way these feel because they feel like a lip gloss. But that's really nice. And it's probably like mixing a little bit with the lipstick I had on already. But if you can see, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So I will talk to you guys all again very, very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this like weird impromptu vlog that I did today. I actually finished it in a day. That's crazy. I was expecting when I started this vlog that it was going to go on all week, but I think I have enough to turn this into one whole episode. Video. Episode. I guess it's an episode. I'm a channel, so. Okay. No, I'm not drunk. I'm not, but.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. If you hear anything. All right, you guys. I will talk to you guys in the next one. And I hope you guys had a great weekend. Bye.